Welcome to the Polaris Adventures Podcast. I'm your host, Jared Christie. Picture this: mountain rides, scenic views, and year-round riding. Sounds like somewhere out west, but get this, I'm talking about northern Georgia. We're headed to the south. Please welcome to the show, Jeromie Farenbach, owner and self-proclaimed chief janitor of Blue Ridge Offroad Adventures in Blue Ridge, Georgia. Jeromie, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I love your title, by the way.
Yeah. There's no job that I don't do.
I get that. Jeromie, how's your summer going so far?
It's going well. It's a little bit wet right now. We've had quite a bit of rain here of late, but all in all, it's doing well. We've had a pretty good start to the year, so I can't complain about that.
Let's set the stage for everyone. You guys are up near the Tennessee border, but you're also pretty close to North Carolina, and Alabama isn't that far away. Tell me where Blue Ridge is located.
Well, it's really considered North Georgia. It's actually Northwest Georgia is where we're at. We're about 100 miles northwest of Atlanta. So the city folks, this is a playground for the city folks to come there. The lakes are beautiful here. The scenery is, second to none. So everybody comes here to relax and enjoy just the nature that we have here.
You butt right up against the Chattahoochee National Forest, but as you said, this is not Atlanta.
No, absolutely not. There's not a lot of concrete out in the forest.
From what I've read, the area is really an outdoor playground. You've got camping everywhere, endless hiking trails, world-class trout streams. Even the Appalachian Trail starts right in that area.
It does. And, we have the rafting is phenomenal here too. They did the Olympics in '96 just right outside of Blue Ridge and Tennessee there, which is, just a few miles away from us. So that's a real big draw to people, coming to Blue Ridge area as well.
I didn't know that. Tell me about the town of Blue Ridge, because I hear it's pretty cool.
Well, it's a quaint little town, or it was. I mean, it's still quaint and it still is little, but we have fine dining, multiple, there's multiple different locations to do horseback fishing guide, and it's anything outdoors is pretty much done up in this area.
On top of all that stuff, they call your area the Switzerland of the South. That must mean you've got some pretty good mountains, and if there's mountains, there must be some good trail riding.
Yeah, I mean, the Blue Ridge, it's the start. So I mean, they only get bigger the further north you go, but the views are spectacular. It's not like just one big giant mountain. It's a bunch of rolling mountains that are layered, so when you get up high enough, you're looking down and up and, you can see for miles.
Are people surprised when they get up there for the first time that it looks that way?
I would say, the people that live in Atlanta know. Now, the people that come here from Florida, they're used to looking at flatland. So basically, yes, they are taken by the natural beauty. I mean, it's just phenomenal. You can't look just one place and you're in awe, because it's just, when the spring comes around, the leaves are so bright here. It's like magnetic. It's just awesome.
Very cool. Now, you guys actually have two locations, one in Blue Ridge and the other in nearby Blairsville. Let's start with Blue Ridge. Give me the details. I'm showing up for a ride. What can I expect? Where are we going to go? What are we going to see?
Well, the thing is the Blue Ridge location is basically built on a very beginner level, scenic, natural beauty. We do a lot of, we go to the top of the mountain. You'll be able to do several water crossings. We stop, you kids can play in the water. The adults can get in the water. It does get pretty warm here in the middle of July. It's pretty hot. So that creek water is wonderful.
Jeromie, is it like some of the other parts around the country where maybe Atlanta is 100+ degrees? Is it a little cooler up where you're at if you're in the mountains?
It's only about 5 degrees cooler than what Atlanta is. I mean, it's colder here in the winter a little bit, but it's not that much cooler in the summer, but the lakes are a big draw up here. The water's real pretty. It's clear, Lake Blue Ridge is a very big draw.
What are some of the major destinations or points of interest that you take people on the Blue Ridge ride?
On our rides, as far as the destination part of our stuff, you're just going to get to experience something that you're going to be able to take home. And our guides do a phenomenal job of the photos and stuff. So, when you have a family and you have kids, it's something that the family does together. It's kind of like camping, when you go camping, you bond with your family. And this is a way that, the whole family just gets to spend time together. And it's not the normal day in and day out. It's like they go home and they're like, man, we had such a great time. We want to move here. Or we've had such a great time. And by the way, how can I buy one of these machines? Because that's what they say. I mean, they enjoy the fact that, it's just well done.
We should let people know that all your rides in Blue Ridge are guided, but for good reason. It's more of a scenic tour, and a family-oriented ride, like you mentioned. You're coming up to the mountains to relax and see the sights, and so you've got it set up that way.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we get a lot of people that have never even sat in a side-by-side. So the thing is this gives you a lot of peace because you don't have to worry about being lost. I mean, all the machines have GPS in them and stuff, but the thing is, all you have to do is keep yourself, at pace with the guide, and it's real simple. So, at first people are like, I don't know about this guide thing. It's like, the guide's there for your safety, for one. I mean, we are in the woods, and the thing is there are animals. I mean, there are bears, there's deer. I mean, the deer are harmless, but there are bears and there are cubs, and mother bears are not real friendly when their cubs are around. So, I mean, obviously, the whole guided thing is just the experience because you know what? They don't know where they're going. We know where we're at, and then we get to explain to them where we're at, and they get a little bit of history of where we're at.
Now, if we hop over to your other location in Blairsville, just 30 minutes away, that's primarily self-guided. So it's different. What's the riding like in Blairsville?
Well, the riding in Blairsville is what I call a legit, for real off-road experience. I mean, it's got, different kind of terrain, it's up, down, it's not gradual, it's doable. We have first timers come do it, because we do offer guided stuff here as well. But for the person that, hey, I just don't want nobody to bother me. Not that the guides are bothersome, but the thing is I don't need anybody. And if that's how you want to roll, we're here to service that for you.
So if someone wants to go and do their own thing in Blairsville, do you point out points of interest? Do you tell them where to go, destinations?
Yeah. Well, absolutely. I mean, we have trail map that we go over in the office when they check in, and all the machines have the mapping on the machine. So, we set a waypoint for them. They trace, we've given them a map and an idea where they're at, how the terrain is. We have like the first loop is an easy loop. Get familiar with it before you, move on to the next level. Obviously, if you're unfamiliar with the terrain, you need to at least stop, get out, take a look at it before you go doing it, because obviously safety is the number one deal here. We don't want anybody to get hurt, so.
Jeromie, do people go to both your Blue Ridge and your Blairsville locations?
Yes. So we have a real loyal following. I mean, we get people that come here every year, and they've done the 2 or 3 different things that we can do in Blue Ridge for them. And now we have this in Blairsville, which you can, experience, you're growing with your off-road experience. Even if you don't own one, you're basically, now you're able to like go to that next level. So what I'm hoping as we go is people will come up here, try this, let's do it the first time guided. But then when they come back at next summer, or, we get quarterly people, so they can come do a guided one and they bring their friends, so it's got a lot of different unique stuff for the Blairsville location because, you can also have your own machine if you come here. So you bring your own machine and then your friend doesn't have one, but they're here with you, and it's like, well, we need an extra 4-seater or an extra 2-seater. We can provide that for your friend, and you guys can ride together, guided or unguided. So it has a lot more flexibility in the Blairsville location.
You mentioned people coming from Florida, but with all the nearby states, do you guys have people coming from all over the South to your location?
Absolutely. I mean, we get people from Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky. We have, South Carolina, North Carolina, which is real close. But I mean, we get people, from all over the Southeast come to Blue Ridge, it's Blue Ridge is like a destination for people to come visit. Even though a lot of the South is kind of like this, but it's mainly Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, right around the tri-state area. It's all, the terrain is rural, similar. So, but it's just an awful good way to enjoy beauty because you know what? Not everybody's a hiker, and not everybody wants to ride a horse. So the thing is, this gives, we've had it where, it's a family and you got a father and son, and mom and the daughter don't want to do it, but the son and father will do it. And it, we got spas and stuff for the ladies, but I mean, we have a lot of the mothers and stuff, we encourage them to drive. I mean, it's like you will have a good time. You don't have to be a professional driver to do this. If you can drive your car down the road, you can drive one of these. So we enjoy that because they are definitely, at the end of the day, when mom gets to drive, she is just smiles. It's, smiles for miles,
You guys are open year round. Is there a best time of year to ride?
You know what? To be honest with you, it is good year round. It has its differences from season to season. That's the one nice thing. It's just like snowmobiling. You don't go snowmobiling with a t-shirt on, so the thing is yeah, it's a little bit cold up here in January, but if you have the right clothing on, it's fun. It's still outside. And the thing is when there's no leaves, the visual, you can see further. You can actually see the actual terrain, at the root level because, as soon as spring comes, the leaves kind of well up along the edges of the trails. You can't see as much, but I mean, obviously the beauty doesn't go away, but I mean, it gets a little bit warm in August. I'm not going to lie. It's warm, but that's why we got them creeks that are ice cold.
That's right. When did you guys join Adventures?
We joined at the beginning of 26. I guess we were working on it right there at the end of 25, and we actually got started, for the 26th year. So this is our I mean, we're 5 months in now, I guess. Things are good. I'm pretty sure that everybody's happy. It's been a for sure learning experience for sure. Complete different system, and with the way the network is with the Empower, it's a lot more than just the normal check in, check out. We have so much access that it's a lot. I mean, it's we have several different people, that handle different stuff because the parts, damage stuff is, it's like a dealership thing. And to be honest, it's kind of tough, takes these young guys to be able to handle all the software because it's not as easy when you try to get away from computers.
And no, that's interesting feedback. I appreciate that. Well, Jeromie, thanks so much for being on the show. I understand recently it was your 13th wedding anniversary, so congratulations on that. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of your summer.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Be sure to like and follow the Polaris Adventures Podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts, and we will talk to you again soon. Remember, you belong out here.